mobility class workout today. So we're going to start with a ribcage placement. Shoulder mobility. So inhale, float the fingertips up. Exhale, float the arms back over the head. Inhale, float the fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, float the hands back down. Don't worry about the hands, the arms touching the floor. Try and keep the rib cage in the same position. You can stay here, moving the arms like so, or we can take in some arm circles. So inhale, float the fingertips up and back, and then exhale, circle the arms all the way back round. Again, try not to let the rib cage lift. Slide the ribs down, abdominal muscles engaged, and then changing direction. So inhale, arms wide, arms back over the head. Exhale, fingertips float back up towards the ceiling, hands back down by the sides of the body. Last one. Then we'll think about mobilizing through the hips with some hip release. So we're going to keep the hips level, starting with the left leg. So inhale, left knee drops out, slide the leg away. Exhale, left knee turns back in, slide the foot back up. Hips level, inhale, right knee drops out, slide the leg away. Exhale, bring the leg back. So careful when the knee drops out. Opposite hip doesn't pop up towards the ceiling. Maintain that pelvic stability, foot heavy on the floor. And the next time we're back on the left leg, change directions. Inhale, turn the knee in. Exhale, knee turns out. Turn the knee in. Same knee, you're actually turning top of the thigh bone in the hip socket, creating that internal rotation. Exhale, knee comes out, leg back up. Deep abdominal muscles working hard to maintain that stability. One more on each leg. And then we're going to think about some mobility through the lower mid back. So we have the legs together, ankles, knees, thighs touching. We have the arms wide in line with the shoulders, palms up towards the ceiling, so we've got the shoulders relaxed into the mat. And then inhale with control. Gently allow the knees to move over to one side. Try not to let the knees flop towards the floor. Exhale, belly button pulls in, knees back to center, eye line back to center. Inhale, slowly with control, knees the other way. Exhale, knees back to center. So gently getting some rotation through the lower, the mid, back. All the time, belly button's in, we're keeping that control, that stability through the range of movement, through the exercise. One more to each side. And then next time the knees back to center. We're going to have the feet hip distance apart, ankles, knees, hips aligned. Going to think about arms back down by the sides of the body. We're thinking about the mobility, some flexion this time from tailbone. On the next exhalation, belly button pulls in. Think about hips coming a little bit closer towards the rib cage, using the abdominal muscles, backside still relaxed, and then we can think about lifting the hips. So the backside switches on to lift the pelvis, lift the lower back, mid back. Bring the hips up to wherever's most comfortable for you. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower back down, one vertebra at a time. So focusing on tailbone first, then pelvis, deep abdominal muscles, creating that articulation before we then start to lift the backside, the lower back, the mid back, Inhale here, exhale, lower back down. So you can stay here, just focusing on the spine, and we can add back in that rib cage arm shoulder exercise. So when we lift the tailbone, fingertips can float up and back, making sure the rib cage is in line with the hips and the knees at the top. Inhale here, exhale. Fingertips can float up, mid back, lower back, pelvis, tailbone, back down onto the mat. And then you can think about adding back in those arm circles. So as you lift the tailbone, pelvis, lower back, mid back, fingertips can float up and back. Exhale, arms wide as you lower one vertebra at a time back down. Shoulders away from the ears, try not to let the rib cage lift. Next time, pelvis is on the mat, arms down by the sides of the body. Change the direction. Last one. And then we're going to think about some open book. You may need a block, cushion, towel underneath the head, because we're going to think about bringing chest round towards the ceiling. So we're stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, arch on the underside of the body, engaging those abdominal muscles, and then inhale, float the fingertips up, exhale, chest comes round towards the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, fingertips float back up toward the ceiling, arm back down. You can stay here moving the arm like so, or we can add some chalk circles, a bit like the arm circles. Arm can go up and back, chest comes around. Inhale when the arm's wide, exhale, and down towards the knee, over the thigh. Next time the arm's back out in front, change direction. One more before we switch it round onto the other side. And then switching it round, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. We're going to stop a little timer there. We'll finish this exercise off. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, arch on the underside of the body. Inhale, float the fingertips up. Exhale, chest comes round. Inhale here. Exhale, fingertips float back up towards the ceiling. Top arm back out in front, still got that arch. Again, staying here, moving the arm like so. Or we can think about circling the arm up and over. Bend the elbow if you need to. Take the fingertips off the floor if you need to. Chest comes round. Inhale when the arm's nice and wide behind. Exhale. Bring that arm all the way back out in front. Next time the arm is back out in front. And down towards the knee, over the thigh. Inhale when the arm's nice and wide. Exhale. Circle the arm all the way around. Last one of these. Fantastic. And then we're going to finish off with a few cat stretches. So we've got hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then we're going to think about from the tailbone to begin with. Exhale, belly button pulls in, tilt pelvis, round, 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 mid back up towards the ceiling, crown of the head down towards the mat. Inhale here, exhale. Tailbone, pelvis, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, then head. Try and create that sequential movement from one end of the spine to the next. Inhale here, exhale. One vertebra down. Two more, this time from the crown of the head. So inhale, chin tucks in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Upper back moves first, then the mid back. Belly buttons in, ribs and hips close together. Rounding through the lower back. Inhale here, exhale. Chin moves away from the chest first. Neck, upper back, mid back, lower back. Last one. sequentially moving one vertebra at a time. Chin, crown of the head, neck, upper back, mid back, lower back. Fantastic. And that is a gentle mobility workout to get yourself warmed up and going, ready for your main Pilates workout, whatever the duration. If that was helpful. If you like the mobility workout, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more Pilates workout.